Hi guys, so we're at week 4 power rankings. For the way I work, if they don't lose, they like last week I had like an example. I had Packers 3-0. They're first and Chiefs were second. They're in 3-0. They're both 4-0. So you guys can put, you know what I mean. So we're gonna start with 31. Uh, it's gonna be the 32. Sorry, Jets at 32. They're 0-4, and they're playing against the Cardinals. So if they can win, they might go up the the ranking, but they're not winning. So uh, it's really not a good start for them again this year. Um, I don't see them going higher. I don't see they have a bright future, but it's just not going there. So and it's not really fun to be in New York because you got the Giants too. So and they're 0-4, and they're playing the Cowboys. Good news for them. Cowboys are not doing well either. But I don't see them making even the playoff. I don't know. They are gonna have to turn it around if they want to go there. So not really fun for the New York teams. Number 30, Texan. And I couldn't put them higher anymore. I was put them higher because they have a good team. It's just they trade a lot of good players, and it sucks for Deshaun Watson because well he's a good quarterback, but I mean they like stripped the team out of him. So and the schedule's not really easy for him. So, but this week he's playing against Jaguar. If they lose there, well, they're gonna stay there, right? I couldn't put them higher. All right, 29 Falcons, and for Falcons they have a slow start again. They're not the Matt Ryan's not doing very well. It looks like it's not been doing very well since that Super Bowl. It's just not fun for him. This is a slow start. Maybe they did the same thing last year and they tried to come back, but it was a little bit too late. Let's see if this year it's the same thing. They're playing against the Panthers, so they can try to get a win here. If they get a win, they go up the standings. So that'd be good for them. But so far, not good. 28 Dolphins. And they are trying really hard, too. So they're trying really hard. They're playing against the 49ers next game. They, they're, they're giving their opposition really a game to play. I mean, they're playing their hearts out, but they're not strong enough yet. Like, give them a few years and they'll be one of the top team. Right now, not so much. Number 27, Jaguars. And and for them too, they're having a slow start. What's good for them? They're playing against the Texans that are actually having a worse start than them. So in the same division. So um, we'll see what happened this week. And yeah, so for them, they're gonna need a win against the Texan to have a chance to the playoff. If they lose against the Texan, well, both of them are not gonna make the playoff. But I mean, it's still early, still, but it's a slow start. For the next one, it's Washington, and no one expect them to be of being good. I mean, they started the season with a win, and since then they've been not doing very well, and they're playing against the Ram next week, so I don't see them winning that game. So, but they can surprise me, right? So they can surprise everybody. So we'll see. We're not gonna doubt them, but I mean, I don't see it. Next team, Chargers. And Chargers are trying really hard. They're playing very well. They have a rookie that is playing very well right now. They have a bright future. Next game they're playing against the Saint that are struggling also. They're higher on this list, but they're also having trouble. So, but for the Chargers, it's the next years that is gonna change everything. And 24 Bengals. And it sucks they have a draw. I don't like that rule because it's almost a loss really. Maybe in a tiebreaker it could do something, but instead, I don't know. They're for Bengal they are playing against the Ravens. That's gonna be tough. If they win, they're gonna go higher on this ranking, but it's gonna be tough. Ravens are tough to play against. Uh, and the Bengals, like the Chargers, they have a bright future. For Joe Burrow, well, it's all experience, right? So we'll see where they go. But yeah, I got them right there. And then Lions. Lions, like last year, they're not winning games. Even if they're close, they're not winning. They need to win games. They have a bye this week, so they're gonna have to check what's wrong, what's happening, and get back together to get this game, get this season going. It's not over yet for them, because a bye is actually gonna help them. But we'll see. I think Stafford has a chance, but we'll see. It's really hard to get in their division. Division's really hard. 22. But the Cowboys, and it's not because I don't like the Cowboys. Well, I don't really like them. It's not because of that. It's just they're not playing very well, and the division's not very good. Check, you got the Giants, Washington, and then the Cowboys and Eagles are not far away. They're playing against the Giants. If they lose that, they have one of the best offense in the NFL, but their defense is horrible. We'll see where they go, but I don't know. That division's not gonna be strong. Probably the weakest in history. Probably last year was not good. They were just 500 team. This year, I don't even know if they're gonna be 500. They might be like 6-10 or 7 and I don't know. It's not gonna be very well good. So we'll see where the Cowboys get. If they win this, they're still in it. But I mean, well, they're still in it because the division sucks. But we'll see. 21 Broncos, and I actually like Broncos. I actually think they're playing very well. But it's just not enough. They're close, but they can't finish the games. And this week they're playing it against Patriots, but they could take advantage if Cam Newton's not playing. If Newton's not playing, they can take advantage and get a win here. This is because he tests positive. I don't know if he'd be able to play. We'll see. But for Broncos, take advantage of everything because you need all the wins you can get. And they have a hard division, really strong division with the Raiders and the Chiefs. It's going to be really hard, but they might get a wild card. We'll see. Number 20, another team from that ugly division. The division that is not doing very well. And what hurts them is the tie. If you get a win instead of the tie, oh, they're 2-2. But they're not playing well either. They're number one in that division. But yeah, so we'll see. I think it's the team, the strongest team in that division, but still not good. And they're playing against the Steelers. I don't know, and the Steelers got the week off, so it's gonna be really hard to beat the Steelers. But we'll see. Number 19, Vikings. They got a huge win for them this week. The week that just passed, they beat the Texans, but they needed it. They needed that win to get back on track. But it's going to be really hard this week to continue that track because they play against the Seahawks. It's really hard to play against the Seahawks, and especially when you're not playing very well yourself. So it's going to be really hard. So I don't see them winning that game, but they might give them. They used to be really hard. I don't know what's happening to the Vikings, but they might turn it around. We'll see. Number 18, Panthers. They're 2-2. They're playing against the Falcons that are 0-4. So if they win this, they're 3-2. They're back in it. So good for them. It's not over. It's gonna be really hard to get in the playoff, but they might squeeze themselves in the wild card. We'll see. But they're playing against the Falcons, so they have a chance. So I would love to see them in the playoff without Cam Newton. It's kind of weird a little bit, but I think they can do it. We're at, okay, 17. Cardinals. And they're having a tough time. They've been losing games right now. But they're playing against the Jets next game. So that's the one positive thing. But yeah, they need to turn it around because it's going the other way very fast. I think they started the season 2-0. Now they're 2-2. So they need to turn it back around on the win side. But yeah, like I said, they play against the Jets. The Jets didn't win games, so it's a good thing right there. Another team from the division, 49ers. They're turning it around in a good way. But we'll see. And they're playing against the Dolphins that are not playing very well, so they might turn it around. It's not the same team from last year. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's the same team from last year. I don't know. They don't. We'll see. We'll see what they do against the Dolphins. Something is different. I don't know what it is, but something is different. Number 15. Raiders. It's kind of weird putting them here. But they're playing. They're not playing very well lately, and they're playing against the Chiefs this week. It's gonna be really hard beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are on the roll right now. We'll see with the Raiders. They're still the team. If they win this, they're right behind the Chiefs. But it's just they're just like a few players out of, I don't know. They're close, but they might be a wild card team though. I see them being a wild card team, but it's gonna be really hard. We'll see what we need to do. Upset this week to get back to a winning ways, but it's gonna be really hard. We'll see. Number 14, I put the Browns. A lot of people put them really high. I didn't do this. I didn't put them very high right now. We'll wait if they win this week again. They're playing against the Colts that are 3-1 also. If they win against the Colts, I'll put them higher. I'll get them to high. It's just the Browns. They're always doing this and then not doing very well after and not going in the playoff. But they can surprise a lot of people this year. They can be a dark horse this year, I think. But we'll see. But right now they're 14. Number 13, and it's the Patriots. And I'm a little bit concerning, but just a little bit. Just they lost because they didn't have Cam Newton. Put Cam Newton in that game, and they had a little bit of a chance. But now they're playing against the Broncos. I don't know if Cam Newton's gonna be there this week. If he's not there and they lose, they're 2-3, and the Bills are. They didn't lose a game yet. If they win the Bills, wow! I mean, it's gonna be really hard to win that division. It's gonna be the first time in I don't know, forever, right? They didn't win a division, so we'll see what they do against the Broncos. I'm cheering for the Broncos really because I would love to see the Broncos win a few games, but we'll see. Number 12, and it's a team that just turned it back around because it was not doing very well. They were in a 2-game losing streak, and then they got back. They back a win last week, and it helped out here. So they're playing against the Chargers. We'll see if they can win. I think they can beat the Chargers, but Saints are. I don't know what's happening with the Saints. Well, Drew Brees is getting older, but I mean, we'll see where that goes with all that. Hopefully, they do better next week. I see them here, not there, right? So it's kind of weird to see them so low, but we'll see. I think they could win. Number 11, Colts, and they look really good. They look really, really good, and they're playing again. Like I said, a really good game against the Browns. That's gonna be a good game. I love watching the Colts. I think they're really good. I think they're gonna be like a wild card this year, or even the division winner of their division. But we'll see. But they look very good. I was not expecting a 3-1 right now, but they're really good. And number 10, and everybody's forgetting about the Rams, and that's good for Rams. It looks like everybody's talking about the Seahawks on the NFC, Buccaneers, Packers, Bears, but they're not talking about the Rams at all. But that's good for the Rams. Rams love that. And they're playing against Washington this week, so hopefully a win for them. The way they're playing, it's going to be a win, I think. They look like a team that people are forgetting about. They should not forget about. I think this team's going to be hard to play against. But yeah, so they're in the top 10. If they win the next week, they're going to be probably in this area here. If teams starting to lose too, right? So number 9, and this is not with the game that was yesterday. They're 3-1. They're actually 3-2. They lost yesterday, but the power rankings for next week, Buccaneers are lower than the Rams. Right now, they're lower than the Rams because Bears beat them. For Buccaneers, yeah, they played against the Bears yesterday. They lost, and that was a really hard one for them. But they're still first in the division. I still think they're a good team with Tom Brady. It just seems like he's not passing enough to Gronk. I think he should pass more to Gronk. But I don't know. It's just me. I know he has a lot, and their defense is so, right? So we'll see where that goes for them. Number 8, and like I said, the Bears actually won yesterday. So yeah, so they actually won. So they're gonna go higher, right? So they're 4-1 right now. So we'll see how the other teams are doing, but in top of them. But yeah, so they're going higher. Number 7, Titans. I didn't bring them very low because they didn't play this week. Them and the Steelers, so they didn't lose, right? So for Titans, they didn't lose last week. They're playing against the Bills this week. It's gonna be a really, really good game. we're gonna have somebody that loses. So for Titans, they win this, and they're probably gonna be in the top 5, probably. Yeah, they're probably be in the top 5. So good for Titans. Number 6, and they're gonna go higher. I know they will. It's just that loss they had. If they didn't have that loss, and they're playing against Bengals, I don't see them losing that. But yeah, so it's just because the teams in front of them, I don't see them on top. But if the Steelers lose, I put the Steelers here. If the Steelers lose today, this week, well, the Ravens will pass them. That's for sure. And the Steelers are playing Eagles though, that are not playing very well. So we'll see you there. But yeah, so I'm not penalizing teams that are winning. If they don't have a loss, why would I? You know what I mean? Like number 4, and they went higher actually, but they're playing very well. And a lot of teams had them around here, and some have it right on top. But I'm not putting them on top so far because I think the teams on top of them are better. They're playing against the Titans, so they're playing against a really, really good team. So if they win, it's going to help them for sure. Number 3, Seahawks. And anybody that wants to put the top 4, switch them in. It's all good too, right? This is my power ranking, right? So Seahawks are playing against Vikings. If it was a few years ago, it'd be like an amazing game, be like 2 top teams. But Vikings are not playing very well this year, so we'll see where that game goes. But I think Seahawks are a team that's gonna be really hard to beat. So we'll see where that goes. Number 2, I put the Chiefs. 4-0. Like I said, you could switch them all. The Chiefs and they play against their division rivals, the Raiders, this week. The Raiders that are right there. So hopefully that's a win. I think they're too strong for the Raiders. Just a little bit too strong. That's what I think. But we'll never know. Maybe there's upset going on. So number 1, Packers. And they look really strong. Aaron Rodgers didn't lose a beat. They have a bye this week. So if the Chief wins, I'm gonna bump the Chief on top of the Packers. I think because they're gonna have more wins, but it's not because the Packers are not good. It's just because they have a bye. They have a game less. But I think that Aaron Rodgers is amazing. I think he's a Hall of Famer for sure. That's no doubt. He's playing very well this year. It's gonna be a team really hard to beat. They might go 16-0. These 2 teams here, they might go 16-0. We never know. We're in week 5, going in week 5, and we have 6 teams with 3-0 records. That's amazing. And we have 4 teams in 0-4. So hopefully that changed next week. Games I'm going to be looking for. Chiefs versus Raiders is going to be a game I'll probably watch. Browns and Colts, I'll probably watch that. And I'll probably watch Vikings and Seahawks. But Buffalo... I'll probably watch Buffalo and Titans too. That's be a good game. But let me know which game you'll be watching. What you think about this power ranking, and like and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. I'll have a lot of more videos today. It's the free agent in hockey, so I'll be doing a lot of videos. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. And I don't know if I'll be able to do a streaming. I'm trying. My camera's not working very well for my computer. It's really hard, and I don't have the cable. I have only internet, so it's different that way. So I'm gonna be trying to do it for you guys. If not, it's gonna be videos. I'm sorry, it's just how it's gonna be, right? And like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.